Hello and welcome to Just Play Tabletop Wargaming. I'm Ritchie.
I'm Ian.
And today we've got an exciting game of Age of Sigmar. So we're going to be playing the Lumineth Realmlords against the Soulblight Gravelords. This is the last of, I guess, the quarterfinals in our stream tournament that we've got going on right now. So it's the final game before we get the semi-final brackets all filled up. And yeah, we'll check back with what armies progressed and move on to the next stage, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So look, before we get stuck in, just want to say thank you for everyone who's took out time from the evening to watch. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you let us know any questions about the game, about Age of Sigmar in general. Got Tom producing here, and he will get those questions fired over to us as well. If you're watching back, hope you enjoy it. And please give us a like if you enjoy it. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the video. If you follow us ever, we love to get back to all you guys with all your comments and all that. And we really, really love your input as we continue to try and improve this week to week. So thank you very much. Now,
speaking of improvements,
yeah,
we both now look like 80s gym instructors.
True.
Everyone noticed that.
True. Have you watched that on? It's on Apple TV. There's a good show actually. It's
good,
yeah,
I saw it.
Yeah, I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it as well.
Yeah,
that was cool. Right, so yeah, like I've already said, Lumineth Realmlords versus Soulblight Gravelords this week. Bigger news than that, though. Get to watch me and Ian play.
Yeah, we get to play.
Yeah, we get to play as well, which is good. We don't get to do that often, which is sweet. And we've had our internet fame, you know, our own expectations that maybe, you know, people have listened to us for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe they're really looking forward to seeing us actually do battle on the table. Instead of disagreeing on the mic, we can
play on the table. Yeah.
Settle it here.
Yeah.
Because we're already lined up in the semi-finals, actually, so there's a few more games with us to go. But yeah, it's be good. Right, well, I think let's get stuck into it. If we want to, first of all, Tom, let's check out my newly finished Lumineth Realmlords army, please, Tom. There they are. Very pink.
I think they look great. I must admit, when I saw the photos in WhatsApp when you were showing them, I didn't think the scheme worked that well, and it looked great in person.
Thank you. It's definitely an all-over army striking scheme. It was a quicker one. I've probably said this a million times before, but Lumineth Realmlords, definitely, I would imagine, be a competitive army for a long time. Supported probably for a long time. We've already seen the not very like 2 releases in a year, right? Yeah. When no one got to actually play with anything because of COVID. But yeah, and you know, there's 2 more like chambers or whatever everyone's somehow. You haven't even seen Tyrion yet, so I'm expecting a lot more from Lumineth. And I love the models. And you know, I was playing to Blade Lord recently, and they're just amazing. It's criminal how little I've done to them in some ways, but I just know where I could carry on paint. You know, I'd be painting Lumineth forever.
Yeah,
you know, to do them to a high standard. So yeah, got this one bashed out, and yeah, I'm pleased with it. I'm really, really enjoying playing with it. I've got so many tweaks to this combination of models and what battle regiments I want to put. You know, our chat's just been like me talking about tiny little Lumineth things with JP. But yeah, so should we have a look at the army, Tom, that I've actually settled on for this tournament? So as you can see, I've first of all, we just briefly talk about the core battalions. I've gone double battle regiment. I didn't think there was particularly anything artifact wise. I haven't done anything with cogs, knowing loads of different spells. I think I can know all the spells I want anyway. So didn't see anything tempting me with Warlord, which is whereas Ian has got double Warlord, right? When we get to his list, and he can talk about why he's thought about that. You've got to be doing a lot for me to not go low drop, right? Like controlling goes first, second deployments, everything. It's so good. And being 2 is easy with any army. It's basically automatic if you want to do it. Making this 1 is the challenge, which, you know, you'll probably see me play some 1-drop lists in tournaments or going forward. Maybe you give up quite a lot for that, but let's go through what I've got. First battle regiment, I put together one I guess like in this 2-drop game where maybe 2 people have got 2-drop, I still tried to do a battle regiment that didn't give anything away. So it had 2 units of wind charges in. The Lorse, the Severith, which can basically go anywhere, I believe, and then the Cathar, which was obviously always going to be in the Shrine, which is on the board by that point anyway. So don't really give much away. My screen goes down, and a couple of heroes, they hopefully put half their army down, or maybe all their army if they're 1-drop, and then I can put the key pieces, the Rangers on the Sentinels, the Blade Lords, where they're going to go, what flank I'm going to show me Dawn Riders off in and stuff like that. So that's all in the other battle regiments. It's a heal-on army. I'm heal-on mostly because I love the command ability. I love the ability to be able to move a unit after it's fought in combat. Well, at the end of the combat phase, so they do get to strike you back if you don't kill it, but, you know, select your targets wisely, and we do get to fight with 2 units at the same time, so that's pretty good. 3 units of Sentinels. Yeah, I'm on the MSU thing, which is maybe not right. Like, you could just have 130. I know less spells. I get to, like, learn a little bit as I go when I'm shooting things. You know, obviously you can split fire on 30.
More efficient because you get to do
a little bit, yeah. The dream for me is 220s, and trying to settle on a 220 list is where I'm really at right now. But yeah, 3 into 10. Spell wise, I took Protection of Hish, so the little 9-inch mortal wound shrug ball, which I think is quite good. Just set it up somewhere around some Sentinels. Total Eclipse on a unit, just amazing. And then the other one has got Lambert Light redundancy, I believe. Tom, is that right? Lambert Light on the other unit Sentinels?
Looks like it.
Yeah. And then Dawn Rider Speed of Hish. They want to do that quite a lot.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a big part of the heal on command ability. I want to move them 28. I want to fight something. I want to move them 28 again at the end of the combat phase, hopefully untouchable. Really big part of how I'm going to play this game. The wind charges, battle line and heal on. One of the big things about heal on for me is like what you unlock on a battle line that just isn't wardens. I don't love wardens. Maybe I'm completely wrong with that. Like, but the other battle line in this case is the Blade Lords, which I've took to hopefully support the Law Seeker in, you know, control and sitting on objective, deploy him. You can't take the objective until he's dead. You bounce wounds on a 2+ onto Blade Lords. Maybe they get within Protection of Hish range, shrug some of them, something like that. So this is an attackless army, so a key part of making this work is the Lord Regent. So he's got a greater power Hish spell. Now, all these units, like most of these units, can do mauls on a 5, mauls on a 6, or a 5 if they get power Hish off. Now, the Lord Regent, he gets greater power Hish off. He picks D3 units to have it. He wants to do greater power Hish. He wants to get on 3 units. He wants to allow all the Sentinels to cast a second spell. The Dawn Riders to cast a second spell. Big part of it. Severith. Okay. Yeah. He's in. The man does a lot of stuff, you know, super fast unit, can be anywhere on the battlefield. Big part is he's really good at supporting the Dawn Riders on their, because they have to be wholly within 12 of a hit. Command abilities, they can't do it on their own. You know, like, command abilities now can be used by unit champions, but they need a hero near them to do it. And he is nothing better than him to get up the board. You know, we were talking about moving these 28 inches away. Up, Severith with them, support on wholly within 12, get that move away. Severith can move in the end of the player's shooting phase, get him away safely as well. So all puts that hit and run tactic together for me here. I think I finished it off with a Cathlar, who was just a great wizard with some great abilities.
Awful.
Yeah, just really strong. I think I did give her Total Eclipse as well. The Cathlar, Tom?
Cathlar. It's Total.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, just, you know, I think that's the big spell. It's, you don't know what that does. It's where it costs 2 CP to use a command ability. In this edition,
powerful.
Even more so, maybe. Or do you think it's more so or less so? I can't decide.
I think it's roughly the same. I mean, you know, in this edition, in the previous edition, you had less CP to spend, so it was more impactful in that way. In this one, you're spending more CP, so it's got more opportunity to do something. So, you know, really,
I think people always get to do their key one now, whereas it got to the point where you'd stop it, right?
Yeah. Ritchie, what's your third battle line unit with the chat is asking?
Blade Lords, because I've got a Scenari hero, right? Okay. So that is like people are doubting me here. Don't make me doubt myself.
I think they just missed what we were saying. So
right, yeah. No, I believe that's right. So otherwise I'll just stick some wardens on the board if I've not got that right. But I'm sure there's each Scenario hero you can take 1 Blade Lord unit as battle line. Yeah. First time put them on the board, made me doubt myself there, chat. That's what you're here for, though. Keep us honest.
First time he's put them on the board against hordes of zombies.
Well, yeah, like that. So that, yeah. Every model within 2 inches, they get an attack. So they could be really good against the zombies that Ian's brought here, which is good as well. But when we get to some of the mission and stuff, there's been some downsides in this build as well. So I think I really like how this has panned out into what mission the audience have picked for us today and stuff as well. So I think that's the rundown.
Yeah.
Have you got any questions about my army, and are you onto it? You good?
No, I'm mostly good. I had to give myself a little refresher on some of the war scrolls earlier to remember what does what. Yeah, I think it's definitely a lot of things that are very, very good against me, and I think there's a lot of potential for my army to just collapse if everything goes off. But obviously my army's also got, does some good stuff against you, as lots of wounds on the board.
Yeah. Well, how many wounds is my army, Tom?
112,
107?
That's a good question. I'll put the army.
I think it's 107, 112. Don't worry about it, Tom. We'll get to Ian's in a minute, though.
Yeah.
Should we check out Ian's, or I should say Joe's army next, shall we, Tom?
Yes, we shall.
Bit of a mix.
Bit of a mix, yeah. Yeah, they're the last.
Okay, so my army, Soulblight Gravelords with a lot of zombies in. Gravelords, Realm Lords, which one of those is higher on the food chain? I guess we get to find out now. I worry it's not going to be me. So my army is based on some zombies, right? Obviously, I think zombies are just an insanely good unit. 230 points for 40 wounds is just mega nuts. Someone in chat who's slightly better knowledge than me might be able to confirm or deny that they are the cheapest wounds per point model that's ever existed.
Yeah, we couldn't think of anything to top that the other day, could we?
I can't think of anything that was cheaper, although there might have been something that was like 100 for 20 wounds at one point. Maybe Marauders, but I think they were
Horrors?
like 80 for 10.
Yeah,
Horrors if you count that, but Horrors are bent and shouldn't exist. So the great thing about zombies, obviously, a lot of wounds for very cheap, and the best defense in the game of Age of Sigmar is just having more wounds. Forget saves. People say they collapse easily. They don't really. For their points, they don't collapse easily at all. And they've got a 6-up ward save as well, which is massive, because a lot of units nowadays, when they get hit by something, don't get a save anywhere or only get a 6. So them at 6 isn't actually worse off than a lot of battle line units are. They've got 6-inch piling, which is humongous. Absolutely incredible rule. Very good against a lot of the Lumineth shenanigans, and a lot of things like the Nurgle Ripe Fart ability if you position correctly and all that, which is great. And to make use of that, they actually do some damage as well. So they do mortals on a 6 when they hit. And I've got stuff in my army that can buff them. So I've got a Vampire Lord, which can give them an extra attack, and I've got 2 Necromancers, which make them pile in twice with Van Hel's Dance. So these can kill when they get to go with 40 of them. 25 mil bases as well, so very easy to get into combat. They can pretty much kill anything in the game, really, which is great. However, they're very slow, and they are very easy to kill, and obviously that's why I've got 120 of them. Now, they're supported by also 10 direwolves in 1 unit, and a unit of 3 fellbats. Now, I've currently got 1 unit and a unit of fellbats off the table in the grave right now. So that's quite a lot of wounds.
Yeah, you're just shy of 200, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 149 wounds of battle line, and that's before we go into everything else. So I've got the full cast of supporting characters, 6 models. So I've got a Vampire Lord on a Zombie Dragon. He's got Hunter's Snare, so I'm playing the Virkos Dynasty.
Okay.
And that lets my vampires reroll the casting rolls. Now, I love a reroll on a casting roll.
Fabulous.
It's great. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect my Necromancers, which is like a real shame for me, but it does let me have rerolls. And Belladam's already got +1, so she's +1 with rerolls, which makes her great. But the main reason for being Virkos, other than the other dynasties maybe not being that great in comparison anyway, is to have this Zombie Dragon with the Hunter's Snare, which makes him counter 14 models.
14
on an objective,
Wow.
equal to his wounds characteristic.
Beautiful.
And also he's got
Scaling equal to his wounds characteristic, like
no, just his wounds characteristic.
always.
So
One
14.
wound he still counts as 14. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's great for giving the army some reach, which it really hasn't got. Like, it's got no range attacks. It's got no ability to take out things like the Dawn Riders or the Archers, which otherwise would just sit there all game and do nothing to me. He's got Amethystine Pinions on, which he can cast to make himself go 19 inches. Nice and reliable with that reroll, and he's sitting on Arcane in this game as well. So he should be able to get that off. 19 inches a charge. He can pretty much get to anywhere on the board with a bit of luck and kill some stuff. So he's a big, important piece. He gives my army its reach and its threat. Sangseron artifact as well, which is the Death Lancers on these got really buffed in the new book, and it gives an extra D3 attacks on it as well. So he's really good. And then I've got Dama. She's 200 points, and she's a fantastic support piece. She's got 9 wounds. She's fast enough because she's on a wolf. She casts 2 spells. One of them isn't very good. It's a buff that makes you hit twice on a 6. Although if you get that on the zombie dragon, and she's fast enough to keep up with him at an aura, you can make him kill you in combat. And a second spell does mortal wounds, but creates direwolves when it kills things, which is really good for like locking units of archers into combat, for example.
Yeah.
Other thing that's great about her, she can cast Metamorphosis on herself. Which is really powerful. She's fast. She's basically unkillable. She can bounce wounds to direwolves on a 3, which with 9 wounds and the fact she gets to make a Deathless Minion save beforehand effectively makes a 31 wound model pretty much before saving throws.
Sure.
Which is just huge. And she can metamorphosize herself and run around taking objectives as well, which is also great. And then I've got 2 Necromancers who are going to cast Van Hell's Dance. They've both got really good debuffs. Very hard to kill now because they bounce wounds on a 3. It used to be 4. They get the Deathless Minion save, so you're pretty much looking at like 18.
And you're making the save on the vampire, then you're bouncing it, then you're making the save on the zombies
as well.
afterwards as well.
So you're even
you?
saving some of your zombies sometimes. So they're effectively 18, 19 wound models as well. Not easy to kill. One of them's got the Arcane Tomb for an extra spell, so he can cast his Van Hell's Dance debuff. Then I've got the Vampire Lord, who's the most questionable unit in the army. He can just be shot. He can just be shot off the board and killed. He's at 140 points. But he does have Levitate, which is a very important spell, and he's got a reroll. It's hard to cast, so it makes
It's cast
it
on an 8, isn't it? So,
exactly.
yeah.
So with a reroll, more chance of getting it off. And he's got the all-important command ability to give +1 attack to the zombies. So he's questionable. He's probably the thing I'm most questioning in the army, but he's pretty good. And then finally, Gorslav, for bringing back more units of stuff.
So what does he do exactly? He brings back an entire unit of zombies?
It brings back half strength, the same as the faction ability, except it's a command point instead of a roll. So he's
Guaranteed. Know when you're doing it. Once per game. Once per unit.
Once per. I don't even think it's once per turn. I'll have to double check. But he's very good.
Okay.
Well, it is once per turn because it's and it's used in a certain phase.
Can you do it on every? Can you do it to all 3 of your zombie units just throughout the game? Is what I'm asking.
It's any unit that gets destroyed, you bring it back half strength. So
just zombies, though, isn't it?
It's only Deadwalkers.
Deadwalkers. All right, so it works on
bats, direwolves, zombies.
Oh, I thought he had like a thing going on him.
Oh no, it's just unit.
Yeah, he's got a spade. He'll take anyone off.
He's got a spade. Yeah, but he's got a hook. He hooks people out the ground. He's like, I imagine him talking in Yorker accent and being like, "Come on, lad, get back into the."
Should have got the cobbled board out so it was all paved over, so he couldn't dig anyone up.
That old chestnut. The sunlight coming through the window, so all the vampires are dead.
Beautiful.
That old classic.
I need to get a mirror on the wall here.
He's 75 points, but he's not easy to kill for 75 points as characters go. And again, if he does get shot, it's not a big loss because he's 75 points. Ideally not going to happen. So a very tough army for armies to actually do meaningful things to, compared to most armies anyway, which is a nice thing to have. My concerns.
So it's six characters.
6 characters.
Double Warlord.
Double Warlord battalion.
Why? Is it just because you had to buy so many characters in this case?
So I was taking 6 characters anyway because I want this character set up.
I think you got to.
So I had the 6. I've got Hunters in the Heartlands for my zombie units, which I really wanted because I want them to be able to get the Vampire Lord's command ability. I want them to be. What's the other one that I don't want? I don't want to happen. I want them to be. Well, I don't really care much about Stomp actually. But pretty much because of the Vampire Lord's command ability, that's the main thing. Because these are the way I'm going to kill monsters. I want me zombie dragon killing everything else. Yeah. They're going to kill monsters. If they can't get +1 attack, they're not really doing that much damage. I don't know whether that's the best thing to do. I obviously can lower the drops, but I think it's pretty good because the double Warlord gives me the Arcane Tomb in addition to that Sangsire on the Vampire Lord. And it gives me a third artifact called the Terminus Clock, which is a bubble, an 18-inch bubble of -1 to cast for a turn. Now, I've got a lot of Dispels. I've got +1 on one of them, -1 to cast on top of that. It gives me, there's a lot of magic armies in the game right now, and a lot of them, like Lumineth, that aren't particularly great at casting. They're just rolling the dice and hoping the number, especially since the
some lists are.
Yeah, so, some lists, yeah, of course. There's lots of armies in the game right now that are wanting to cast a lot of spells, but aren't particularly great at it. Nurgle's an example, and that really punishes those armies. And for the armies that have got bonuses, it just brings them down to the point where I can disrupt their casting. So 1 or 2 turns of casting disruption can be quite powerful. It also could have been a Amulet of Destiny on the Vampire Lord, but I don't think that's really giving them an extra.
Yeah, sure.
Doing that much. So that's my army.
I like it. I think the way they match up is interesting. Like, I want to do tagging. I love to tag units with 1-inch melee. I love to use Severith, the wind charges, hog you down. Island 6 turns into 4. Nightmare. Like, you know, this list shuts off so much of that. Your Vampire Dragon's got a really nice range 3 attack as well, hasn't it? So that can still do its damage. So I don't like how a lot of that matches up. Picking off your characters, like you've already highlighted with Bella Dama, near impossible. Bar luck.
Yeah.
Something, a decision I probably wouldn't be making.
Yeah.
Maybe when she was stretched a little bit more and I could take you out of range of them or something, it might be a different matter. But yeah, really, really tough. And, you know, grave sites to pop up and threaten. Yeah, I like it. I think, I don't know if everybody's on board with zombies, if people just need to see it or not, but I'll wait to see. I'll quite see how it, if you know, we can get past me today. I'll progress through the tournament, even against a bunch of other armies. You get to see this. If you're interested in Soulblight, you're interested in Lumineth, hopefully, you know, you're going to see one of these armies over a couple of games over the next couple of weeks as well. So, great.
A bit of admin.
Oh,
so Pinions is just flat 6 inches now. So your Vampire Lord will go 20.
It's not a flat 6 inches. It's a 5.
I thought it was 5 as well, but
I thought it was.
We can check. That's cool. Great. No, thank you. We will check that.
It doesn't double anymore, does it?
No, that's all gone.
No
double casting it. Nothing. It's just on
it's
him.
worth a check anyway.
Yeah. They did. They just made it one number. Cool. Good. Yeah, brilliant. All right. Well, let's take a look next at the overhead, our deployments, and the mission that we're playing today. So, as you can see, there's no objectives on the board. These are Ian's grave sites. He's got one here, one here, one here, and one here. You guys have all been voting for us, and you selected Veins of Gear this week. Now, Veins of Gear is Star Strike. So, I guess you got the overlay of it for us now. So, you can see that on the second battle round, on the middle line, we're going to have one come down. Now, the way this is in Age of Sigmar 3, it's a 2d6 roll, and it's 7 is the middle. So most of the time, it's going. Is it most of the time it's going to go in the middle over the other two?
Most of the time, it's going to go somewhere not the middle.
Somewhere not the middle.
But it's going to go in the middle more often than either
of the other ones. Yeah, that's the right way to put it. Yeah, exactly. And then the next battle on turn 3, 2 more come down. Now they've got like second and third objectives. That's just the order you roll the dice. You know, but they're all going to come down in each person's line. So we're talking here and then about here, right? And the same over this side. Yeah. Now, I like these missions. Don't get going straight away that people can't like quickly take advantage, bog the board up, start scoring early. But you score a number of points equal to the battle round for the control. So it's scoring big later on this one. Yeah. Now, some negative effects for me. It doesn't do nothing. For the Law Seeker doesn't do anything. There's no objectives on the board. He can't take advantage of his ability. So none of these Blade Lords and Law Seekers clogging up the board. But hopefully the Blade Lords can make that up with the zombies. Now, I definitely felt the pinch of being 2-drop here and Ian seeing my deployments and getting to measure ranges and manage things. The worst thing that happened to me was this rock is arcane. And he got it. So
all of my casters are within 1 inch of it.
Yeah. Massive. Like, I'm worried how big a swing this is in the game. Like, when it come up on the roll, I wondered about like how much it would like skew the whole match. But there's something that can happen, and we are playing a tournament. So he's got the arcane there, which is just great because, like Ian says, I'm just rolling dice. You know, I've got one guy with +1. It might absolutely dominate me in this magic phase here, which is going to be tough for me as well. So
key for me, keeping the speed of Hish obviously is just mega important. Keeping the speed of Hish off, which is why I do think it's going to be interesting to see if I don't know whether Ritchie's taking first turn or not yet. Because if Ritchie doesn't take first turn, I'm getting the spells on all of the spells on turn 1, which is
you nearly have anyway, really.
It's what's that?
You nearly have anyway.
Oh yeah, it's just
to be
not,
honest,
just not these backline.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. Your army doesn't, does pond around a little bit. So,
just sorry, I didn't realize this mission only had 3 places to drop. I thought the edges were still.
Oh no. Do you want to move them in a touch? Do you?
No, they're fine. You can deploy within 12 inches of them.
Yeah, so you got them covered.
Okay. But just on the 7th thing, so it's more likely to go there or there than it is the middle.
Yeah.
Now, so one.
You thought it was?
Yeah. So 1 in 6 chance of it going in the middle, and the rest of the chances on the outside. So most of the time, it's going to be on the edges now. Which is good because that's why I deployed. Well, I didn't have much choice because of the rock, but that's why I was edges for. Interesting note on Gravesite placement. People are always interested in why Gravesites go where they go.
Sure.
The territory on this is your deployment zone, so I've got to have 2 over there. Those 2 are there to give me some that are covered for deploying these units in case Ritchie decides to come forward. They also let me deploy forward enough that I can be on these back ones, forward enough that I can just deploy onto an objective if you're not near it.
Mm-hmm.
I can deploy a unit onto the back objective when it appears, which can just be 3 bats if you're nowhere near it.
Yeah.
And these 2 give me some forward presence in case we end up in a fight here, and I want to use this to sort of reanimate stuff. I can use that there as well.
Yeah. That's good. Last thing about the battlefield is how we play some of our terrain now. So we play these rocks. This is impassable. We play this. Boat here is impassable. The reason we're doing that is create some lanes. We want to avoid people trying to go up the walls. We want to avoid dragons stuck to the walls, which you can't do when it's on impassable terrain. So we like that a lot. The hills are just docker movements as you go up. And these little ruins, we're going to be playing these like this 40k like breachable. We don't want people to ever be worried about being stuck on them or on the sides, and we want models flat. We want to see where things are on the board. So yeah, big thing we're doing and what we're going to be doing at our tournaments as well going forward. So this board's it's a bit of more of a show board than some of the ones that we've got built for tournaments as well, though, isn't it? So, but yeah, there we are. That's the table. That's what we've got going on. Down to me really to pick if we're going to go first. I'm just going to do a little bit of measuring and before I just make the decision.
Do you want me to tell you what's going on? Poll that I made.
Yeah, go on.
Maybe that'll influence who goes first. The poll is who's going to win.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it started off, and you shot out to a big lead.
Yeah.
And then Ritchie brought it back when he went through his.
What his army does.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And then you started talking about yours, and it shot back up again, and it was like, oh.
Right.
Now I think people have settled on. So it's 53 to 47 to Lumineth.
Oh,
so is that going to influence who's going first?
Very tight. Yeah, I mean, I think my position on this, I think this is probably not great for me. I think a lot will depend on like the zombie dragon going in and crushing a whole bunch of stuff, probably, which is ultimately what he's there for. And yeah, hopefully that will be a thing. One of the problems with my army is to get speed out of the zombies, it really relies on use auto running 6, so they go 10. And then pile in 6. And I also want to be using that Vampire Lord command ability for the extra attacks for when they get there to do stuff. Now, luckily, Ritchie's stuff's not that tough, so I don't really need that command ability, but the Total Eclipse is going to hurt. So a lot of this game is going to be in the magic control, I think, whether I can stop Ritchie's shenanigans, and yeah, how quickly I can whittle those Dawn Riders down, because they obviously kill a lot of zombies, and whether I can get some of those off the board quickly. Ritchie doesn't have a lot of wounds on the board, really, for me to get through. But he's got enough output to be really like hurting my models while I'm trying to get to him. The mission's probably also not favourable for me, because what my army really wants to do is get on the objectives early and get so far ahead that by the time you get it all off the board, it's too late. This mission flips that right round, so I can be on the objectives for 2 turns, but if I lose the attrition war, I'll lose the game. So the early objectives in this game, important, but not the most super important thing. This is mostly going to be about me trying to catch Ritchie's stuff. Obviously not Severeth, because that's impossible, because apparently that's the way the rules work. But everything else, I'm going to try and catch, and see what happens.
Kill the heroes, mate. Just kill the heroes.
Yeah, exactly. Just kill the heroes. That's the classic, isn't it? So yeah. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think there's a few things we were talking about just in the pre-game while we were warming up, as well as that. The other type of army that I want to try out with these big horde of zombies is two zombie dragons, because obviously they are the things that go and do the work while the zombies sit around there doing their work of just being very hard to kill, which is easy to make out of this army if I want to fit them in. Or Nagash is also another potential, because obviously Nagash, very dominant, would completely hard shut down all of the magic in this game on Ritchie's side of the board, which would be really powerful. But on the flip side, there's a lot Ritchie just to focus down and kill. Well.
So the first thing is, would it be Vordry or would it be a second zombie dragon?
If I could fit it, it'd be Vordry. Yeah. I think your second zombie dragon should always be Vordry, because you've already used up your artifacts to make the first one good, and Vordry's command ability suddenly becomes obviously bonkers good when you've got another vampire. And at that point, I think I would probably also be switching it to Castellai as well. I think just for the artifact that gives them both that +1 damage bubble. For the turn, which is just like so super good. Like just even just with the two zombie dragons.
He's like -3/4, -3/5 on the charge with his lance.
Yeah, he's nuts. He's super good. Yeah. The only that he doesn't actually fit into this army. He's arguably just better as your first zombie dragon as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's super. So that's another army I want to try.
Should change my Law Seeker placements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Done. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good luck.
Good lucky.
Sharing a tape measure today. So
yeah,
right.
I think like all broke.
I am. For people watching, I'm going to be very loose with my zombies today. I've agreed with Ritchie. So don't pull me up on zombie movement too much, because they're not on trays,
hero phase,
and we'd be there all day otherwise. Yeah, I'm just deciding where I'm going to go.
Oh yeah, let's do all our stuff. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, we got all that stuff to do first.
So I'm going second. So I'm sitting on 3. You're sitting on 2. And then we're going to do battle tactics before we do anything else.
Yeah, battle tactics. I am going to probably run 3 units.
Okay.
I think I actually forgot to bring my battle tactics.
Sorry, they're in there. Ferocious Advance, yeah.
Yeah, Ferocious Advance.
They're further forward, mate. It's just in the first pitch battle thing.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. I think that is obviously the default choice. A lot of turn ones, unless you want to save it to later when things are easy to do. But there's not really anything that I'm likely to be on turn 1 other than that, and there's no objective markers to take on turn 1 in this game.
Yeah.
So I think we're ferociously advancing.
Yeah.
I am gonna hero myself up. You know this. The other funny thing about Total Eclipse, which is really good, is when you have an odd number of command points, it basically makes you waste another command point.
Yeah.
So it's almost like
you got to remember about the battle round, though.
1 into 3. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, right now, but I'm just saying it's very good.
Yeah.
But I'm hopefully going to dispel that when it happens. So, yeah. So I'm going to try and get an extra command point, which I do. First time I've actually successfully rolled that in the two games I've played. Right. So spells. Now, interestingly, Van Helsdance.
So you're giving that command point to?
Sorry, yeah. So I'm going to give that to. Where am I? I think I'm going that way, and I have to be careful. So.
I really need to take measure. It's so annoying not being able to measure at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give that command point to my general.
General, yeah.
I'm going to do that there, yeah. Give that command point to my general, because he might just be charging into stuff on turn 1. He's not particularly safe from Ritchie's army, sort of wherever he goes to a large extent, so there's not really a great reason to, like...
I'm going to try and get a command point.
Not force Ritchie into doing anything. So, okay. So, on that, okay, so spells.
Let's go.
Right, so Mystic Shield in my army only goes on the Zombie Dragon because it basically doesn't on zombies.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll just quickly establish, you got, casting-wise, you've got...
So...
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
4.
Yeah.
Just 1.
Just 1, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Correct.
Okay,
yeah.
so you got 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5.
1, 2. Yeah, I've got 5.
Okay. Very good.
Like, I've got some of them are in range of certain ones, but as long as I do it all perfectly right, yeah.
Right. So I am going to cast. Let's see what I've got to cast. So
Don't forget to come around here, mate.
I have got a
We can be up so we can see. So we can see us on
I
our.
think my pretty face and my lockdown body. Right. Okay.
All
So
got one of them.
let's see what I'm going to cast. Okay. I am going to cast. Is there an extra bonus on this for this one's not?
You have to have
bonus.
3 monsters, though, mate. You've only got 2.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
That
does
is a
work,
shame.
but
Yeah, it's an interesting thing when you think about army builds, like the double zombie dragon that I was talking
Get the
about
third
before,
one
isn't it? Yeah, you get that third one. Okay, so we're going to start out with Bella Dama is going to cast Mystic Shield on the zombie dragon.
Okay.
Gonna go there. She casts that on a
8.
Where are we? She's casting that on an 8. Do I want to re-roll that? Yeah, I'm going to re-roll it.
Yep.
Okay, she cast it on an 11.
Okay, on an 11.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go. That's my one that can go through.
Mystic Shield on the on him. And then she is going to cast. Let's see. Am I going to cast her spell or
Okay,
that
Tom.
other spell? Okay.
Good.
So I'm going to cast Howl at the Moon. I can't remember what it's called. I'm just going to call it Howl at the Moon.
Okay.
Bring back some memories. I can't remember what it casts on, but that roll. Okay. So that's cast on a 9. This is the one where she gets an aura, basically that lets
Well, I don't mind anything else, so I'm going to try that.
Okay,
This is not with the shrine.
not with your +1.
Reroll. So it goes off.
Okay. Right. All right. So yeah. So this is under a killing moon. Friendly Soulblight Gravelords, Holy Win 12. When they roll a 6 to hit, they do 2 hits, which does basically nothing with zombies.
Yeah.
So she's going to cast that. The Necromancer over on this side, who's got the Arcane Tomb, is out of range of his debuff, so he's going to cast Van Hell's Dance on this unit of zombies. That lasts into your turn now as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to give that a try. And that casts on a 10. Thank you, Arcane
Without the
Terrain.
reroll. Done.
Okay, so that they've got a Van Hell's Dance on them. My Vampire Lord, who is at the back, has also got, he's got Levitate. I'm going to cast Levitate on, I think I'm going to cast Levitate on Bella Dama, actually. Let's give that a go. That casts on a 9. Levitate goes off.
Yep.
Okay, and then we've just got the zombie dragon to go on opinions himself.
He's actually got spells, right?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, what he's got.
You know the Necromancer can cast still, but he's got nothing.
He's got nothing with casting.
Yeah.
I suppose he might as well cast Arcane Bolt. Down to it. Right, the zombie dragon is going to cast his pinions. I'm going to re-roll that. Use my vampire magic, so casts on a 10 now.
So
Thank
I'm
you,
going to
vampire magic.
do that with the guy in the shrine.
Okay.
No.
Not unbound. Okay.
Reroll.
Ooh.
Once per turn.
Yeah.
Not battle round.
Yeah.
Nope.
Still not unbound. Thank you, Vampire Magic. So he's got, it is 6, by the way. I looked
Yeah,
it up. It's
cool.
5 last edition. So he's
Yeah.
+6 move. And I'll cast Arcane Bolt with the last guy just on the off chance. Casts on an 11.
All
Yeah,
good.
there we go. Have that Arcane Bolt. Right. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. So that's all of those things used. And I am not going to.
No hero
Not for my
phase.
hero
Command abilities,
phase.
nothing, no.
No, the
Cool.
Vampire Lord. Double check. I think the Vampire Lord has moved off phase. Like most of those abilities. Where are we?
Oh, the
that's-
+1 to attack thing.
Yeah, plus with the. In the combat phase, yeah. Probably. Hero phase, which is kind of weird. In the combat phase until next hero phase. Bit strange.
Weird.
Right, okay, so.
We'll let Ian do some movement then. Let's see how he
We
gets
are
on.
indeed going to do some movement, yeah. So what we're going to do is Battle Shock Immunity wholly within 12 or just within 12? Wholly within 12, yeah. All right. So
You mean the command
the
ability?
command ability Battle Shock Immunity.
Well, it's
All right.
18 in the general and 12 otherwise, right?
Okay, yeah.
You don't have unit leaders on zombies, do you?
No, they do not have unit leaders.
Terrible.
They do not know. Right. So this is important because obviously I'm looking to eat up as many of Ritchie as possible. I think the thing I'm most scared of is the Dawn Riders.
Forgot about him. I should have put him a bit further back.
So, what, with the Dawn Riders?
No, yeah. I forgot about the dragon moving 20.
Right. So
I
think I'm gonna go over that way. Probably like what I'm hoping to do obviously is get a charge off in the Dawn Riders and pile in such a way like get into the kangaroos and then get to hit your Dawn Riders. That is the thing I'm hoping to do. The other option I've got is to go this way and try to just fight like lots of these units all at once and just give a whole bunch of stuff problems, which also might be a thing, but he does move very far, and I think I would really like to kill those Dawn Riders. So yeah, we'll do that.
Cool.
Let's go that way. Let's just go straight forward. I think that gives me the most chance of getting in. I probably want to.
They're always about there, wasn't it? Yeah. You happy there?
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this guy over there. Trigger Rich by having that not flush with the ground.
Redeploy.
Yeah. Right. So
I'll redeploy them now.
You're gonna redeploy them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna redeploy these for D6. Big roll, Tom.
Got it.
Redeploy rolls. The ruthless, aren't they? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
it's not
what
on a 6. It's like my game's over.
Yeah, I know. It's so swingy.
Yeah.
It's a 3.
3. Okay.
Good. Have that set measure move.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You carry on. I've got widgies.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, I'm gonna start moving my stuff up now. So obviously, I want zombies to be everywhere zombies might potentially need to be, to do whatever they need to do in this game. So I need them to be. This is going to be 50. There. So I'm going to want to give me a run roll, Richie, please.
Yes, sure. 3.
3. Right.
I can confirm it's a 3.
Good. Thank you very much, Tom.
You never know, mate.
Zombies are heading this way. This general direction heading.
Whilst you're doing that, Ian, I'll do some shout outs. So I asked the audience a couple of questions. So the first one is what are we playing and painting at the moment? So got quite a few people letting us know. So Craig76, hi Craig. Soulblight.
Good shout.
60 death rattles and 60 zombies, amongst others. It's 100 models, that's a lot.
It is a lot of models. I painted 40 of mine. The rest of the models I borrowed, and it was not, I want to say it was not the most pleasant thing in the world to be doing. Can you give me another run roll, Richie, please?
Yeah. 2.
It is a 2. So Joey, as in Joey G, has said that he's in the Fellbats to go with the rest of the army that you're using.
Very good. Yeah, really, really good models. Really looking forward to painting them and the new direwolves as well.
Look amazing.
When I get around to those, that's going to be fun.
James P. Hi James, how's it going? He's painting busters, washing the brushes with my tears, and I get that. I did one tyrant and I was done.
Yeah,
didn't want to do anymore.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
I have another run roll, Richie, please? Actually, I am gonna 6. Maybe I'm gonna 6. This run roll might be a thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a command point for me, please.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom, carry on.
Spending a command point, yeah.
Yeah, I am spending a command point on running 6 inches with zombies.
Yeah. So Bakuchi Dancer, hi Bakuchi. Saying assembling their second Mega Gargant, 2K assembled and partially painted. I support that choice. Great choice.
Do indeed.
What loadout are you going for? I'm assuming it's probably going to be a Kraken Eater. But let us know which one it is, and then how long it's going to take to get the other 2 on the table and shelve the man. So,
You still in the overhead?
Yeah.
People that watch me fiddling around here. Couldn't decide if I wanted to have you on a 9 charge and not be able to tag the Sentinels,
Yeah.
or just move all the way back and make the charge harder. I think it's obvious just to move all the way back. Like, but I was like, oh, what if he gets in? He gets the Sentinels. I don't know, but whatever.
Who knows?
Protect the Dawn Riders from being piled into.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Tough one.
So
Oh.
Martin Furnival, hi
Hey,
Martin. He said, The Walking Dead says aim for the head, Ian.
Yeah, it does say aim for the head. Unfortunately, against this army, you've got to aim for the head like 40 times, which is not that easy.
Well,
Can I have 2 more run rolls, Richie, please?
Who first?
Necromancer first.
Gets a 3.
Stop getting
Everyone's keeping up with each other. What do you mean?
Threes.
It's all the same.
And they can't help but keep up with each other. It's like it's...
Next.
Yeah.
Gorslav, is it?
Yeah, Gorslav.
4.
4. 9. I think Gorslav... He's basically no safer place. Another one for my Vampire Lord, please, who's going to come out from his hiding place now.
5.
5, very good. Fortunately, it doesn't fly anymore. And
He's just got a fan.
He's just got a really nice wing.
Yeah.
He doesn't fly anymore, and he's lost all his speedy movements as well. One for my Dire Wolves, please, if you would.
Sorry, missed. 4.
4, okay. We're gonna go.
I really hope we've made some improvements with the sound as well, chat. Like, oh my
Dire
god,
Wolves moved 10.
you don't even understand
Pretty sure
how
they
much
do.
of a headache it is.
Yeah, it's very.
It's a shame for
very
people watching
difficult.
back. Like, if you get a lot of viewers, you get a lot of negative comments about it, and I appreciate it. You know, like, I guess a lot of people do other things while they watch this, so the audio is even more important. But I have a very strict. I come up into this room at like 3 o'clock on a Thursday. That's how much time I spend on this stream. Otherwise, it just suck me life away. It is a 3.
It is a 3.
Roll me own next
I already
time.
rolled
It's
that
terrible.
for them, didn't I? Get a 4.
Did they?
Yeah, I already rolled that once for you.
All
I
right,
will, so I got a 4.
Okay. Cool.
So Vic BJ, hi Vic,
Hey, Vic.
has said Ian, a single warlord running Radikar the Beast might be an option. Want to drop the Vampire Lord?
A single warlord running what was that? Sorry.
A single
Radikar the
warlord
Beast.
battalion and Radikar the Beast.
Yeah, Radikar the Beast's like okay. The problem with Radikar the Beast is he's got to he's a bit tougher, but he doesn't have the command ability. So problem issue number 1 with Radikar.
He splash +1 attack if you make cards, right?
He does, but he's got to hit things first.
Okay.
So he's effectively it's very very difficult. That right?
Right.
So
Do you fly?
yeah, she got levitate. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Cheeky.
Got it covered. Right. So, we've got all this going on.
Easy. I got this,
Sorry,
baby.
I need to check my timing on my artifact actually.
What
I
artifact?
can't remember if it's in your hero phase or I have to like my -1 cast bubble I was talking.
Oh, you have to say if you're going to use it.
Yeah, I've just realised I might actually have to use it.
Oh, wow. Did I not say? Have you got anything else to do in your hero phase? Do you know one that... Yeah, anyway.
That's the enemy hero phase, yeah. Checking. Just checking. Oh, I misread this. It's actually better than I thought it was. It's got no range.
What?
It's unlimited range.
Shut up. Give me that
-1
book.
to cast rolls for enemy wizards.
Once per...
Yeah, once a battle. Yeah. Okay, so let me see where.
Pretty good.
Now that you have retreated from me, let me see where 9 inches. So now that Richie's ran away, I can summon stuff in a slightly better area. So I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to summon another horde of zombies.
Yeah.
These zombies will be here to support my horde. What's my charge to your wind charges now?
Zombies.
With
Dragon.
With the dragon, is it about 10? Is it 10 or 9? That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, no. It's definitely 10. That's 9.
Well, how are we measuring this hill? Are we just measuring horizontally?
Yeah, it's an inch. Every step's an inch on that.
10-inch charge, isn't it?
10, yeah.
So it's 10 inch for the
Dragon,
the dragon. Okie dokie. Give ourselves 2 opportunities to charge with this.
Yeah, it'd be good.
And also as well,
The zombies getting its bad. I forgot about that.
Just yeah. Well, I mean, I had 2 options. I thought I'll either go on that side, which will mean you can't redeploy them backwards, and you can't redeploy all the units anyway for an easier charge. But I think the Dawn Riders is the key to this game. Personally, I think they're the most important thing.
Yeah, they should have went forward. Mad.
I think.
Forgot about that.
I think the.
Without quick, one thing's happening, and then something else happening.
Yeah.
You deploy for one thing, and then something happens, and you forget why you've deployed some stuff.
I think that the archers. I think that the archers will take their toll over time, but I think the most important thing for me to stay in the game early, which is what you have to do in this mission because it's a long haul, is to get rid of those.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah,
these have got a 6-inch piling, so even if they lose a couple of inches going down there, basically all good.
They're going to lose a lot of moving over this hill, though, right? Like,
well, they're going to lose. Yeah, but I mean, if I make the
you make the 9
charge,
yeah, you make it up.
They're going to get into combat. So they might as well be up there.
That's Holy Within 12 with Gravesite is the new rule for that, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, Holy Within 12,
Nice.
which is really good. Makes a big difference.
Oh, massive.
To being able to place them. I mean, it's not too. That wouldn't change much.
No, but it's when other units start getting in the mix. Like I'm pushing you this side, and you've got that space there.
And you can. I mean, 3 Fellbats are really easy to deploy off it wherever you want now. They're going to stay in the grave. Incidentally, these are the 5 direwolves. Don't know if you guys can see them on camera up there, just for summoning purposes.
Dama does that, doesn't she, or something?
Yeah, when she kills stuff with a spell. So I pushed all my stuff up. I don't have any other option. You know, the best thing I can do is get up into Ritchie's face as soon as possible and try and unbind all the spells effectively. There's no reason for me to hang back. I'll just lose the game if I do that. I'm up towards the objectives. The other thing I didn't mention before is obviously I've got the spell that casts on an 8 with 6 here. It casts on a 2. That brings 3 models back. Every model in the army can cast that. So I can bring back 18 models. Yeah. I just put all my spells into it as well, which is quite a big deal if a unit's in combat or something.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
So I'm going to go to shooting.
Yeah.
I can shoot these, and
That's
then...
good.
I mean, I effectively... The chances of me getting into combat with these are pretty low, so I might as well take the opportunity to shoot them. So I'm going to try... I'm just going to double check that my memory is not playing tricks on me and my breath weapon has not changed at all. You know, they catch you out with these times. But probably I'm just going to breathe on you.
Well, all we ever do on this challenge read our rules, so...
Yeah, well, you know, Age of Sigmar is new. And we've got 3-hour rounds in our new tournament, so people have got enough time to check some rules. Right, so I'm going to do my my hit roll for my Pestilential Breath. It's a special one, equal to or less number of models in the unit. It hits automatically, so it hits. The wound roll is on a 2, which wounds, and then it does d6 damage at Rend 3.
It's through.
It's through, and d6 damage is 5. Kill 2 guys. 1 damage to another. Now, the reason I did that is because I think the likelihood of me getting into combat and the likelihood of me charging and doing something meaningful with these zombies or that dragon is pretty low. So I might as well take the chance to start on some of the attrition. I might battle shock them off the board. There's a lot of reasons. And if I do get a good roll into combat as well, it means that he's not screening me anymore and I can actually get into one of the units I want to kill. So I think it's worth the risk of making my charge potentially harder. As it happens, I don't think it will make the charge significantly harder for the zombie dragon because he's charging 10 anyway, and I don't think 2 models is going to change that. But let's see what happens. Let's see what Ritchie does. I need to push him back a tiny bit there. Yeah. So they'll be on a 10-inch charge after that guy dies, guaranteed to.
Yeah, 9, I think, still going to get you there.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's half an inch. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Still getting a 9. Still getting a 9. And now some screen is dead. Cool. I really like. This is one of those bits where we say, "Come on, Richie, make a decision." But on TV, I think that's the correct model to take. Right? You want that screen as intact as possible. Whatever you take, doesn't mind getting through.
Yeah, I think you're going to get something in on the side. So I think I'll go with that. And I'll
we're on some charge rolls to see what magic we can do. Now, unfortunately, there's no buffs. on these zombies, so they're not really going to do a lot. But what they are going to do if they manage to tag the Dawn Riders is mean that they can't charge.
Bossman
And
died.
that's the big deal. That's what we're really trying to do. So we're gonna go with zombies first.
So any of yours shooting phase, we're gonna move Severith.
Sorry, yeah, of course, because that's a thing that we do in Age of Sigmar.
That is mental, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Not
is.
in Stockport on the 11th, 12th of September. You're not allowed to.
That is good rules, and I like them. I approve.
Just to clear something up, Jordy Paul. It's only one half of the poll, so I'm going to do the rest of the poll later. That'll mean something to you in a minute. While I'm doing a poll, it's going to be really fun.
It's going to be a fun poll. I do like a good fun poll.
All ran right.
What I'm all there for. Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me clinch up and
see what
let's
happens.
go.
Yeah, well, it's
Who first?
unlikely, but you've got to.
Oh yeah,
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
that's right.
As we love to say, and it's 2 rolls. So
I can't even-
zombies. Am I going to go first with the zombies? I think I want to go first with the dragon to see what it gets, because if it gets a 12, I really want that into the Dawn Riders. So let's go with the dragon first. That is not the roll I was looking for. However, I am tempted to spend a command point on that, because I don't think I'm going to be doing much else with it. It does mean that if Total Eclipse goes off, my +1 save gets shut off. But yeah, okay, maybe I should keep that. A bit of a Hail Mary. Right, I'll keep that command point. And
Zombies.
I will try the zombies. Yeah.
He's done it!
Oh, the zombies are coming in for the brains.
Big 11.
It is a big 11. Should have rerolled that dice. That zombie dragon would have killed all those knights. I'm not even sure he can actually get into them, to be honest. Maybe with his 3-inch attack. Right. These zombies are going to tie up half of Richie's board now, which is great. You've got not enough stand and shoot damage that I actually care, and nothing I can do about it anyway. So, right, 11. Let's spread out some. That's also good because it means the back ranks are probably going to get into combat as well. Oh, and your units are so clogged up as well for attacks back. This is great. Right,
This is
11.
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, extra 4. They're going 7 basically, but he's not going 7 because he's getting this. Going onto the edge of that one. Yeah.
Go to there, you mean? Yeah.
Going 1, 2, 3. Plus 8 is 11.
Okay. So that one. Yeah.
8. What did I'm on 11, so I'm going 2 inches, 3 inches, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm just going to say
One
on
yeah.
there, basically.
line there, yeah.
And as on.
Because we're not having models like pretending to be on the sides of walls or anything, and like, so it's, you know,
so
they are where they
we're
are.
playing, if you can't place the model, you can't place them. So some of these are losing an inch, but luckily they pile in 6 inches, which is obviously one of these models is charging first over here.
Yeah,
while
sure.
While I'm measuring this.
Yeah.
Right, so let's do that. Let's just get this. This one zombie who's going to.
How are we doing, Tom? You said you had another poll to discuss while Ian gets these clever moves done.
Clever moves, yeah. Yeah, so what I've done is I've asked who is the god model of choice for the chat.
Okay.
So I've only got 4 options at a time, so I'm going to have to do it into semi-finals and then go into a qualifying final.
Yeah.
So far, we've got Nagash, Archeon, Teclis, and Marathi.
Yeah.
Okay.
The OGs.
We just want to get them out of the way
Yeah.
because no one cares about them. So at the moment, with 2 minutes to go, Nagash is on 27%, Archeon is on 35%, Teclis is on 27%, and Marathi's on 12%. Marathi's been absolutely dumpstered in this.
So Archeon's a mile ahead, basically.
Yeah.
At the moment, but they were all equal like 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
So
Okay, well, I mean, that's got to be good that people broadly consider those equal, right?
Archeon's the best, though, right?
Archeon is the best, though.
Is it better than Marathi?
I think Archeon isn't as good as Marathi, but Archeon has a lot more.
The Archeon list's better, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
well, Zinch is just better because of horrors, basically. Horrors are the problem. I mean, the save stack and all that is amazing, but the army would have no presence on the board if horrors weren't so crazy for their points, and then yet again, horrors
And the
are
cogs,
issue.
right? Like, that's the thing that makes me laugh. Like, a lot, we joked about we reference Stockport on 11, 12, but anyone who doesn't aware, you know, we're talking about face hammer.
I'm just going to go straight to my pile-ins. I'm assuming you're not-
I might do some shooting here. Let me
spend.
I mean, sorry, we'll get back to that.
Kill
Yeah.
some zombies.
Well, give me a. Hey, steady on there, fella. Let's have a look. I just wanted to double check something.
So just do some admin.
Yeah.
Have we spent any more CP since before? We still on
I have
3
not. I didn't spend any more.
2 each. Okay.
On 2 each.
2 each, 1. What's my next turn going to be? Get another 1, 3. Maybe get another 1, go to 4. Got me free 1 here. I haven't used a free 1 for the turn yet. So that is definitely what I should do. So I used this as...
Yeah, just free. Oh, no,
I used this free command point on these sentinels to shoot them.
Okay. Bring it on.
Yeah.
The least impactful use of time you will see in this game, probably.
So aim shot, so hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
I've got 9 shots, 5 of them within 3, so it's an extra 5 shots.
Yeah.
So this is going to be hitting on 4s, 6 of mortal wounds. We've got 2 mortal wounds. Then we've got a couple of hits. That is 3. Friends 1.
And
2 mortals.
3 and 2 mortals.
Yeah.
It's a good roll. I save none, so I lose 5 zombies.
Are they even in range to get 1, by the way?
Sorry?
Are they even still in range to get 1?
What do you mean?
You have to be wholly within range or something to get the deathless save. I know you didn't make any then, I'm just...
Oh, I need to recheck the ranges on it.
You're going to pile out of it now anyway, You're going to pile out of it now anyway,
Yeah, well, no, I think that was what I was just measuring. I just measured 18, but it's changed that many times.
I think it's 12, you know.
In FAQs, yeah, there's no bonus for the Lord anymore, so it's 12.
Yeah, I was right, I was forced to win.
Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, right, so dead zombies.
Start 5 dead for free, mate. Can't say no to that, can you?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's 60 points worth of models. No, sorry, 30 points. It's a big deal.
So 1 inch for that lot.
Right. So
they can't end up further away from the closest unit.
Island, correct? Cannot. So these
sorry,
guys
Tom. So we had.
to...
I was talking about the comp, wasn't I? So yeah, we were referencing the Facehammer pack and that they have nerfed Lumineth in the Foxes. Like I think there's 2 things about on there. They done some comp and they done some clarifications that it seems like they would have liked to have been happen or that they think in a different way.
Have these got a 2-inch melee?
No, 1.
They 1.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say
so
only
they
in the game.
The Foxes, can't move in the opponent's shooting phase. But my point was cogs is something they did comp, so they comp Zinch quite a bit. Like, a lot of these aren't, you say horrors are very good. They're not buying horrors in some of these starting lists. They're summoning them. They're casting double the amount of spells, You're putting 10 blues on a turn, or every 3 turns, you're probably putting 20 pinks on. Depending how you save and spend things. So yeah, that's where it's all coming from. So the change to cogs was pretty savage to Zinch, really, like, so it's good.
Yeah.
Be interesting. I'm not sure what I'm going to take to that. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this Lumineth army now, because this everything does hurt me. What I talked about earlier on, wanting to put him up to support the Dawn Rise, to support the heal on ability, that's gone. I don't know how much value you get out of them without that. In my opinion, I could, they would be less points if they had that rule. So,
Craig76 has asked, where can he get one of the Just Play shirts?
You have to move to Liverpool, join Team Just Play.
He needs to join the...
Well, you can go to onowyo.com and buy yourself 10. Which is the minimum order amount. So like these aren't something we stock. They're a sports share company out of Wire, which is cool. Like they make some nice stuff. They're nice and
they're really
loose. They're about 30 quid each or something, though, aren't they? But they're a nice pair of kits. So
they really are.
Lots of clubs have got them. I've seen loads of different teams got them. So if you play with a club or a bunch of friends, check it out. They do loads of bunch of designs. It's pretty sweet. So
good thing about 6-inch pilings is my back model's 3.5 inches away from Ritchie's Kangaroos, so by the time they've piled in, they can...
they stand up closer still on that. They end up closer here is what you're talking about, yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I don't think... I can still... Whether they can actually make it, so they'll make it. But either way, That can't do anything anyway. So basically, as long as we end up with 2 ranks in combat there.
Rough this, innit?
That is
Rough that charge. Not good, not good. What are we going to do here about all this?
I mean, the main thing we're doing is, like, we're not going to kill a lot of stuff.
Buying yourself some time, aren't you?
But it's buying a turn. It's locking some stuff up. And, they come back when they die. So, that's what we're really looking for. So we're going to do some attacks. Also, as well, we do models on the attacks and stuff. So,
happy to hear the season all that? What I
think so. We've got
this guy, okay. Yeah,
got 1 inch to everything.
Yeah.
25 mil base models. It's like another whole different ball game.
It's more about when you start removing them, you need to be careful, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and if you get down to the last few, sometimes you lose an extra couple.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to really struggle with that. They're only zombies. Yes. So there are 5 attacks going into the archers.
Okay.
And 3 attacks going into these, and then everything else that can reach is going into them. So I'll do the 5 into the archers first.
I need to spend 8 of quartz and command abilities on this sort of stuff now. So I think the wind chargers will take +1 save here. So they'll spend theirs. And
they're gonna probably be dead if they don't, so they might as well.
Yeah, and the rest will hold. So there you go.
Okay. So
probably be dead anyway.
I just need to check so Vehicos do have another battle trait, which gives them like +1 to wound on zombies, which you just generally don't care about. But in this situation,
when you're doing like a few little bits here and there.
So, no, Holy with a 9, never mind, forget that. So, +1 to wound for attacks, maybe.
Holy zombies.
Yeah. It's just such a
this is Walking Dead prison scene. Right. This just poking them.
Into the archers, let's see. We get 1 more. So, 1 archer is
toast.
Dead. Yeah. And then 3 into the Dawn Riders. So, we get 1 hit. And 1 wound. Start on these Dawn Riders.
Take 1.
1 zombie wound.
Zombie.
And then into these, we're going to have. He really should have been there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19 attack.
Yep.
4, 5.
That is 15.
15 and 4 more. Thank
19,
you.
sir.
Counting. Right. 6s. That is 5 mortal wounds.
So they are dead.
1
stuck a wound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well done, zombies. So, I think I am on models removed.
Are they only 2?
For my thing. Yeah.
Wow.
What did you think there were more?
Oh, sorry, I got the castle after spending 8 1/4 bounce onto the zombies as well.
Yeah, okay.
God, I got a castle on. I've had a wind mage for so long. And that's it. Me?
Yeah. So that unit of zombies has almost made its points back already.
Craig, you're welcome up here anytime, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Always happy to have more people to play. There's a team just playing some heavy practice sessions just through the glass outside now. Doing some practice for whatever event we're going to next.
Yeah. Well, Craig lives in Devon, so he's gonna have to come up for the weekend, I think. Holidays to Liverpool.
I mean, we've got people driving.
Did I meet you the other day, Craig, in store?
No, I think that was a different Craig. Probably.
I met a chap from not here.
Yeah. Stormground Games from Twitter.
No.
Someone else.
Yeah, someone else.
Yeah, we've got the Justice series next weekend.
Yeah.
A week next weekend. I'm away, unfortunately, on holiday. But we've got people driving from all over the country.
I can't go.
Upsetting.
I was about to play, but I've got a children's party for 3 hours on the Sunday, just as round 5 starts.
Yeah.
So I can't lose the whole weekend. But I've booked some extra ones to help me, so I'm feeling good. Like,
how many Dawn Rides have you managed to unlock?
Well, I'm gonna move afterwards. With the ability.
Yeah.
So, I've actually broke coherency. Sorry, too much. So I've done it where I've gone a bit like stretched out the coherency and stuff, and I managed to get quite
yourself a chance.
I managed to get quite a few in, and now I'm going to hold it within 12. So at the end of the combat phase, I'm going to move them out, so they do get to charge back in somewhere again.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. And they've should have said at the start of the combat phase, they use Deathly Furrows, but they obviously get plus X attacks, right?
Is Deathly Furrows not only on the charge?
No. It's just the start of the combat phase.
Wow.
Start of the combat phase, add 1 to attack.
Every other cavalry unit in the game gets its bonuses on the charge, and they just get them.
Yeah, they're great.
Welcome to Lumineth, everybody. Welcome to Lumineth.
So can't spend anything on them, but this is a nightmare, because I want to use that in the combat phase to treat. I can never, buff them. Plus 1 to hit, because they've had a command ability used on them in the combat phase. So you can only, you can only target unit once with a command ability.
Oh, you mean if you want to retreat, you can't buff them?
Yeah, I can't buff them to fight.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't have even bothered tagging them if I'd known they got the Deathly Furrows. The reason I tagged them was because I thought Deathly Furrows was on the charge.
What do you want to do?
I just want to not.
Do you play it like it is or not?
It's up to you.
I don't care.
It's up to you. I'll just untag them then if you're
Whatever you want to do.
with that.
Yeah, I don't mind, mate. Yeah, sounds.
Yeah.
It's not 2 seconds to roll that back. Whatever.
Yeah, I was happy about tagging them because I thought, right, I've got them now. They're not getting to charge anything. But if they get the bonus anyway,
and they can get to move, and I can move them away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I know you can move them away, but you got to burn command points to do it.
Fine. Yeah, just do that. Get me wound back. Whatever. Done.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Sound.
So I fight with the Sentinels.
We'll still take that. Yeah, Sentinels.
More importantly, get them double shots. All double shots.
Yeah.
So, you know what? They already all had double shots. I should probably not do that, actually. Get them. They were all in range anyway. Make sure I've got some more space for the Dawn Rise if they're just going to go there to shift them.
There's not much reason not to get them double shots, though, right?
They've already got them, haven't they? They're all within 3 or so, unless you start removing them.
Oh, it's not within 1 or nothing? No. Okay.
No, within 3. I just need to make sure I get as many attacks as I can. Oh, well, it's not worth, maybe blocking the Dawn Riders in. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the boss.
Yep.
I think these are 3s and 4s. Two,
okay.
Just dead, mate. They're not in range, are they?
Yeah, they're not in range. 12. 2 dead. Check that I am. Okay. So I'm going to take, I guess, 2 randomly from the back with that.
Okay. So,
right.
Battle Shock.
Yes.
So it's you. So
Battle
how
Shock.
do I get to do the Cathlar before you? Because it's your turn, so you get to do them. I wonder if I get to Cathlar. It's the start of the Battle Shock phase, so yeah. So I'll Cathlar theirs.
Yeah.
So works.
Yeah.
So they're +1 to their roll.
Okay. Yeah. So 8. Do I want to spend a command point?
They're -1
on
bravery
the
from
Battle
that,
Shock.
and then -1 bravery from Sinister. So this has moved a -1 bravery onto them, and this is Sinister.
Sorry, I thought you were pointing to the Dama.
No,
I was just
yeah.
trying to figure out what. Sure.
They're out of range to do anything to them, can't you? Got no leader in there.
18 inches for battle.
Oh, is he general?
From the general, yeah.
Sorry.
Just a command point, really. It's whether it gets used on that or gets used on something else next turn when it's maybe going to be worse.
Well,
so I've lost 7 models, bravery 10, so I'm 8. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take it, I think. Yeah, so I lose 1 model.
Cool.
And then I killed 4. Killed 1 archer.
Yes, correct.
So I'm going to gain models back, basically. Sorry, I've got to roll to 2 up.
Okay.
2 ups. So I'm going to gain 1 model back.
Okay, all that for that. Great.
Still take it.
Yeah.
Adds to the attrition, doesn't it? Now that might as well.
Yeah, sound.
Okay. Yeah. So that is me done. And now it is your turn.
Scoring. So, Tom.
Yeah.
Man's done, ran all these units here all together. They're all doing that.
2
so
points.
2 points for a battle shock.
And
that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Not too
So
much.
1, 2 on the tactics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right score
There's
is
nothing else to score.
No.
CPs. We're still on 2 and 2.
We are still on 2 and 2, yeah.
Cool.
Both
Right.
gaining 1 now, going to 3. And I am got to pick my battle tactic.
So what are you considering? Are you considering wiping out a battle line
Yeah, I
unit?
consider wiping a battle line unit right now, basically.
Seems like the
no
most
more.
likely thing to
My
do.
army doesn't do the run one. Like, I give up a lot.
You
So,
give up
like,
your whole turn.
I want to shoot everything. It's a nightmare for me.
And it's a
I
very
feel like
active
just
army
about
every
sort
game.
of manage it, but
Yeah, and you could manage it by running heroes and stuff around, I guess. But just a point on, we're just going to talk about Lumineth a little bit, and how just
destroy a battle line unit and it'll be them.
Yeah, how many things Lumineth do. So in that situation there, Ritchie lost a model. He also had -1 bravery from the zombies. If they manage to kill a couple more, he's looking at a bravery doesn't really want to take. The immunity is just so very good, and causing me to lose an extra model that I wouldn't have lost otherwise. And on top of that, it's a caster and it's doing all the stuff on the shrine as well. There's just so many rules, and although I think zombies are pretty great for their points, there's just so many rules in Lumineth, so much stuff they do. There's so many ways they break the game in a lot of ways as well. Obviously, like with the retreating and charging and the piling 6 and stopping people piling, ignoring line of sight, all that kind of stuff. It adds up to a lot. It really does. When you're playing against it, you're like, all these things to consider that against most armies you would never have to consider, or they'd have some of them that you would have to consider.
You blow your terminus clock now?
Yes, I am going to blow my terminus clock.
It says the start of the hero phase, right?
Starts the enemy hero phase. Yeah.
Tactic. What is it? What's it called?
It's called Broken Ranks.
Broken Ranks. Okay.
I'm not going to spend any quarter start of the hero phase, so I'm going to go on to casting.
You're doing heroic abilities?
Oh yeah, sure. Simple CP for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. I'll stick it on the Athlar. Should I play
Does that
it?
last till the end of turn or the end of the battle round? That extra CP?
Battle round.
It's a battle round, yeah, so he's got his one. Yeah, okay, so me too. Yeah, +1 for me as well. I am going to put my extra CP on Bella Dama. Remember that over there. She can have that.
Okay. Casting spells then?
Yes. I've got more unbinds than you, right?
I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7? Okay, yeah, so I've got... sorry, I miscounted. I've got 7 as well. So I've got Belladamma for 2, Zombie, Necro, Vampire Lord, and +1 off the art. Does the Arcane Tomb let you unbind an extra one? Maybe that's what I'm
I have to check that.
Yeah, so I've got 6 or 7.
Okay, so kick off, Lord Regent, we'll cast.
Yeah.
Straight to Parahish.
I'm going to unbind that with +2 probably. What do you get?
3.
3. Okay, I'm not going to unbind it. That doesn't go off, I assume.
No.
7, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not good. And you're -1 as well. Woo.
Yep.
Richie, do you want to show me your GHP? I'll check that end of the turn, end of the battle round
I'm
thing.
checking it now. It's all right. Well, Richie's doing his thing.
Lord Secret cast. Cathlar will. No, he re-rolls that using the Shrines one.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew I had something from somewhere. So 7 +1 because he's got it greater ether quartz or something. So off on a 7.
If he hasn't used all his ether quartz,
which he never
so
used.
so -1 goes. Okay. I'll unbind that with +2 from Belladamma.
Yeah.
Unbound.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, guys. I literally wouldn't know because I would spend all my CP. So
Yeah, I don't get 1 extra unbind. You get an unbind if you're not a wizard already. There's one of your spells.
We used to talk about checking the heroic thing.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Right, let's get off total clips with the Cathlar next.
Just during the turn. It is.
Okay.
Could I reroll this chart?
so you're now on 3. On 4.
Sorry?
So it's turn, so you have to use it for...
Well, no, I passed it again this turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not tracking. Are you tracking it here as well? Are you?
No, I'm not tracking it there. Unless you
I'm not
moved
tracking
it
it there.
No. So I've got. Well, in that case, I will keep it on. Yeah, I'll put it on Belladamma anyway. Since. Yeah, I'll put it on Belladamma.
So I've cast total clips on a 9.
Total clips on a 9 -1.
Yeah.
Woo! Do I try to unbind my +2? I really want to unbind some. Do I care about speed of Hish this turn? I probably don't. What other important spells have you got to cast?
Everything like it. All the power of Hishers to make them all mortal wounds on 5.
Yeah, so I know
speed of Hish.
Yeah.
Turn now is just like.
Have you got anything to make these fly?
Yeah, I've got levitate, but I've cast with that guy.
Right, okay, that's what I want to know. So you got else? I don't care about speed of Hish, basically.
Yeah, neither do I
at this point. Right, so yeah, I'm going to try and unbind the Total Eclipse. Total Eclipse with +2, which I do. So no Total Eclipse either.
So let's get through some power of Hishers, I think now.
Yeah.
This one.
Am I even in range to unbind that one? I'm not going to unbind that one. It's on an 11 anyway.
You got your one short, are you?
That's going to be the one I'll leave.
Fine. Yeah. So power of Hish goes off there. Power of Hish on that unit. The 8.
Yeah, I'll try and unbind it.
These are all just naked ones now, aren't they? Now. Yeah. Stopped. This one on here. Yeah, 7.
7. Not unbound.
So power. Power. 4. No. Fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Lambert Light with him. 8.
7. No, that goes off.
Okay. So I've got power here and power here. So this is like a target for a lot of shooting. I'll put I'm going to put Lambert on hero that I'm going to try and take off, I guess, because I can't leave these alone.
No, too easy to kill. Does it still reroll 1s, Lambert Light? Or 1s to hit?
Reroll all hit rolls. Is that on your? Is that on your? Is that on your vampire, mate?
How close? It's super mega tight. Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in.
Overhead, it was.
So vampire's got how many wounds?
The vampire has got 6 wounds.
And Gorslav, basically got. I want to know resilience. Gorslav versus vampire. Let me know that.
Vampire Lord is massively easy to kill.
So cast. Vampire Lord's easy to kill.
Yeah. So Gorslav is a 7 wounds, bounces wounds on a 4+ the nearby dead stuff.
Oh, Gorslav does.
Yeah, on a 4, not a 3. And the vampire.
It's vampire. No,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, and the vampire
I didn't know he bounced. I didn't think he bounced as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. Hard to kill.
Luckily, he's not 75 points.
It's hard to feel bad for paying 75 points for that model when you're playing against Lumineth. I'll be honest with you.
That's a good point. Yeah. I think it's for the rest of us that aren't playing Lumineth.
Yeah. But it's good, I think I still think it is not right in Age of Sigmar that you can target heroes so easily. I think there should be more. I think bouncing wounds onto nearby models should just be like a universal rule, probably, rather than -1 to hit. Especially given so many people ignore it.
I think some of them do so much that if you can't target them, it's a bit silly. Like there needs to be something there.
But it being locked to shooting as the only thing that can target
on the vampire
turns it into a haves and have-nots game, right? Yeah, okay, on the vampire.
On the vampire, yeah. Okay. So I think that is my hero phase over with.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on to movements.
Okay.
Whilst you're in movement, I'm going to run through the list again so to catch everyone up. So nothing will change really, but I'm just going
to... So what's this? The lists? The army lists?
Yeah. Obviously, if we've got people who join midstream, they want to know the list. So I'm just going to leave them up for about 30 seconds each, guys.
Okay.
Also, nice to know that people have come out to support Kragnos in the second half of the semi-finals of the God model. So be happy about that.
Just put him directly into the semi-finals, though.
I would have put him in anyway, but he's. I mean,
technically, that's what you did. Just so we're clear.
I have also put him in capitals at the top. So. Can't really not choose him.
I'll move over some zombies.
Yeah.
3+. Oh.
I mean, there's a very good argument that the Vampire Lord could just be a 3rd Necromancer in a lot of ways as well, which would give me a triumph. And also give me another really good debuff. Always nice throwing all these debuffs out when they work. when you can get into range of your opponent who wants to sit at the back of the board and shoot you. We'll see how that pans out. Interesting to see how much stuff I lose this turn. I can do maths on how much stuff I think I'm going to lose, but it's like how that pans out in one turn can be quite a big swing, right? Especially with battle shock and everything on these big zombie units. They are quite vulnerable to battle shock, which is a really good argument for using the gash in the army, giving them all that immunity to battle shock as well. Supports them really well. Now you can only use that once a turn, so that's an interesting thing to be able to do. Plus rerolling ones on units that do mortals on a 6 is also really powerful. The one thing the gash never had when he used to play was good support from lots of models on the board, and they've really got that now. So it'll be interesting to see if that pans out. And as more people switch to god models away from shooting, it's easier to keep them safe. Shooting's really bad for him, whereas healing's very good. So yeah, I'm not surprised the gash is seeing a lot of play. Looking forward to putting mine on the table again when I get a chance with lots of zombies. We'll see how that works out. Going to be a very big turn roll next turn as well, as turn 2 rolls almost always are. An Age of Sigmar. Me winning the turn roll will almost certainly let me get my zombie dragon into things and start eating them, which, Ritchie's army can't take a lot of zombie dragon in the face. And Ritchie getting the second turn might well result in me just having very little zombies left on the board after 2 turns, depending on how this turn of shooting goes. So that's the way it goes. And I don't think, one of the reasons a lot of people might not like the zombies is there's not a lot you can do about that, really. You just have to sort of take it. You've got a lot of them, and they come back to life, and there's a lot going on, but all you can do is just get hit in the face. That's pretty much. Luckily, they're very good at it, though. They're very good at getting hit in the face for their points. And you just look at the amount of points the zombies on the board I've got here is only 690 points worth of my army. All the rest of the army has been spent on characters. You can obviously go further than that. You can take some characters out. You can get some more zombies in. You can put more stuff. That Vampire Lord could be another 20 zombies in a grave, sitting there up on the side of the board. It's more stuff to have to kill at once. If you kill one unit of 40, the 20 can still come and eat your brains. There's a lot of arguments really for just putting more of them on the board, but obviously it's difficult to play in time, especially when I'm being a little bit loose right now, which is not really something you can do in a tournament. It's not fair to your opponent to be loose with them, so you have to be accurate and be able to move 200 models around the board potentially as well.
Backbreaking, isn't it?
Over 16 away from them.
Can be. Over 16 away. For what reason?
Piles. Just if you run 10 and pile
sorry,
6.
from the zombies.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant I was over 16 away from you. I thought I'd missed some crazy ability like give you rerolls or something. Yeah. Big turn of shooting. Big turn of shooting.
Yeah, I think running 100 models is something that is fine with a table at this height, where you're not bending over so much.
It's also an actual problem. Yeah.
Like it's like the physics of actually playing it. Like 'cause I played models of Gits and I did 2 tournaments, and I just because I'm relatively tall and most tables are relatively short, and those two things don't work if you've got 150 models. So.
Yeah, I played 160 skeletons. I've mentioned before on podcasts and stuff for a couple of games in practice a long time ago when we were first starting to play a lot of tournaments. It was just no fun, especially since you had to very much angle them all to maximize your weapon damage and stuff with them as well. So it was also very complicated pile-ins.
Yep.
Thankfully, a lot easier now with the new pile-in rules. But yeah, that also wasn't the best either at the time. So it looks like Ritchie's moved. Quite a small elite army still in it. Looks like a lot of stuff, but it's not really, is it?
It's not really, is it? So
a lot of stuff for Lumineth.
Yeah. So 9 buffed at the vampire.
Yeah. Have some low rolls. That's what we like to see. Might survive. You're -1. Remember your -1 to hits on them?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just mortals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Why have they all got 2 shots?
No, it's just 9 shots. The re-rolling Lammet Light.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So 5 mortals.
5 mortals. Yeah. Okay.
How many wounds you got again? 6.
6.
Fail them all.
Okay.
4.
So you got 2 left.
So next unit that's not buffed, Adam.
Yeah. Can't believe that lambent light went off. One away from casting, from getting rid of it. Oh, none.
Reroll more.
Yeah. Fish.
2 and 4 hits. So 2. So
2 mortal saves. Let's just get those out the way. He's dead. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
Right.
he's coming out after this game. There we go.
it's annoying that like you've got that doesn't work against your army except this one piece.
Yeah,
I hate that stuff.
So he's always going to die.
Yeah,
and he's 140. He's
I
not
shut
even
off this whole tactic off.
Yeah.
Oh, accept that.
And he's that.
Yeah.
But he's against all the armies. The think it is a little bit. The armies where you really need to be better in combat and you really need them. Those armies normally don't have a way to deal with them. So it's like because my army's not that great in combat. So
it's probably a get there or not situation against me.
50-50. Yeah.
So this is this shot at these. So these have got these are lofted bows, and they are buffed.
They're firing machine gun bows.
Yeah, so they are buffed. So that kills a lot. So that is 10 dead.
Yeah.
Plus another 1. So 11 dead because they're not in range.
Okay.
Got no saves, have you?
6, 7, 8.
They got
got
no save, yeah.
Used to them being closer. Okay, 11 dead.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a mad roll, huh?
Yeah, just rolled a lot of 5s. It was good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 11. Really not bad for 100 units.
No, they are good when they're close. So
still, as zombies are coming off, you got to remember that was only 60 points of zombies that just died then. So
Too bad.
all these shoot them.
Okay. I think this one can't see.
See this guy, right? Like
Can he?
banner to that.
Oh, he can,
you know,
yeah,
it's
fair
just
enough.
one of them,
Yeah.
innit? I don't know, like obviously it's be battle tactic, right? I don't want to fall behind, but I'm worried that that's a bit of overkill now when these Dawn Riders get in. Like I get to go to about there. I do push a lot of Dawn Riders in. You have got battle shock immunity for them.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, because you're only an 18. I need to wipe them out. I've got the combat from there.
I would. What are they? 7 attacks each. You've got 60 attacks. Yeah, you overkill them massively with them Dawn Riders.
Yeah, depending on how many. I'm not going to get them all in though.
No, but you're going to.
I've got these to fight. I've got the Blade Lords to fight. I've got the Law Seeker to fight. Maybe depending on what I roll.
You're going to massively kill them massively.
All right, Law Seeker will shoot them first.
Interesting thing to think about is maybe I should have saved a +2 for the Lambent Light. Because I haven't got a lot to spend command points on once that zombie lord's dead.
3s, 1 hit. 3s, go 2, D3 damage, 2 more dead from the Law Seeker.
That was his ranged attack.
Yeah, he's got a ranged attack.
Yeah,
got a really good one actually, but
yeah. He's not a bad I mean, outside of his objective holding abilities, good range attack, good in melee. He's a caster. He's not terribly bad for his points outside
he's a decent model.
People think he's.
He needs to shoot those zombies then.
Yeah.
So 11 shots, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Where are they on?
3s and 3s. Friend 1.
That's nice.
So 4 deathless.
4 deathless saves. No deathless saves. I remember the days when I used to make loads of them. Doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Severeth at them.
Yeah, sure.
3 hits. 2 wounds. Rend 3. It's another 3 deathless saves, mate.
3 deathless saves. Okay, here we go. No deathless saves.
3 more dead.
Right.
Okay. Shot. No shooting there. No more shooting there. Charges.
Yeah.
I've just looked. I obviously haven't looked at the overhead for a while. Severeth is there now. That's crazy.
End of the shooting phase. Move Severeth.
Nice that is crazy.
Yeah. And I think Age of Sigmar needs more models with unique interests and stuff like that. You know, massive amount of movement, low damage. interesting set of abilities. I just think that the even his thing that stops people piling in, I think for the points you pay for him, 350 points, stopping people piling in is completely, not a terribly bad ability. It's just the fact that you can never ever catch him with basically any unit in the game.
That's the main problem. You can't even box him in.
Yeah. And I don't think actually, if you comp that so he can't do that, I don't think he's not worth 350 points, but he's not great for it either.
One more mortal on them zombies.
One more mortal on the zombies, and they save it.
Okay.
Well done, zombies.
Dawn Riders.
Yeah.
2, 5.
Like your charge?
Yeah. Charge.
So let's see if me telling Richie's definitely going to overkill them was worth it. Because he is definitely going to overkill them by a lot. But, let's see if he just rolls all 2s or something.
This point is probably a good time to shout out. So Elden Warden, hi Elden, said, I play Lumineth and I like Teclis and Venari. Interesting to see Richie towards Helon. Can you explain why you like Helon over the kind of your standard?
So I love a big play with the Dawn Riders. So I like to be able to take advantage of all about. So these Dawn Riders can be flying around the board 28 inches and then moving at the end of the combat phase. I just love it. Like, it's just such a problem to face to your opponent. Like, if they haven't got anything to fight in the meta, maybe it's bad. I like getting battle line from wind charges, which are, a unit that can go around, do lots of things. They shoot, they move fast, take objectives, and they just fill a battle line slot. I'm not paying extra for some cavalry that do something. So, yeah, they're the things I love about them.
Generally quite good, yeah. I think this is certainly one of the more unusual type armies I think you will see. I think obviously you're still going to see a lot of Teclis. He's gone up a little bit now, but he's not really had his day. He's not really been played in tournaments that much. Again, like I say, there's lots of magic out there right now, and he is the ultimate magic counter. He's even better than Nagash. You imagine him playing against another Lumineth army. He's really good against that. A bit less good because Lumineth don't like target you with spells so much. But he's just generally a really powerful piece. Definitely with the whole army going up so much though, he's a lot more of an ask to fit into your army now competitively. Because he went up at a reasonable amount of points, but the rest of the army got punished quite a lot. Even though I think the Sentinels not really going up was probably the thing that did need to go up the most. Didn't go up, but yeah, I still think you'll see Teclis just nowhere near as much as you would have.
Blade Lords.
If we'd had tournaments beforehand, I don't think. Double one charge for the Blade Lords.
That's a miscast, that.
It is, yeah. D3 Mortals.
D3 Mortals, yeah.
Reroll.
Well, here's one for Ian whilst we're here. So Craig said he thinks Legion of Night. Why did you go for it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I think Legion of Night is. I think the Legion, the Soulblight are pretty poor overall. I think they got a bit of a bum deal. The artifacts are generally quite bad. The command traits are bad, but particularly the allegiance abilities are really bad. The upsides to it is you don't get locked into artifacts and stuff, so you do get a little bit of flexibility in there and stuff is good. Legion of Night is definitely good. I do like Legion of Night. And for me in this army, what I was really looking for is those rerolls to cast, because I'm looking to dominate the magic phase as much as possible. Not the top tier of magic armies, but with this setup, one of them certainly. Looking to dominate the magic phase, looking to get those rerolls. Guarantee me pinions cast on the dragon is a big deal, as we saw potentially there. Guaranteeing having a chance of levitating zombies is also a potentially very big deal in a lot of games. But the other thing is the artifacts on this Vampire Lord. So this guy being 15 models flying around the board, 14 models flying around the board, being the only piece in the army that can do that, and those D3 extra attacks on a really good weapon is quite a big deal. So I think Legion of Night is also completely fair. This is what I feel is right for this army.
Charge Severeth.
Yeah,
I positioned him so bad. I made big mistakes here. Thank God he's in. And I used my reroll before I'd done that.
Brilliant. You can't read the play outside the movement phase, can you?
No.
Didn't think so.
All right, so I think final charge. No more. That's Diesel charge. 5. Oh, I think it's normal moves they get to move for free. That's too complicated. I don't think they can make that. All right, that'll do. So start the combat phase. I have to say that they use their thing.